Mm. Shake, 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 shake. Deliciosa, deliciosa. Dale huevo, dale huevo. It's my own. I have no idea. Oh, there you go. That's so fun. I, that was cute. Mm, 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 mm. Here I go. Mm-hmm. Oh, I done ripped the damn thing. Child, I had to get comfortable. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Honey. Mm-mm. Hey, what y'all doing? Nash kale the veggie. Okay, what's up, y'all? I'm up late having me some coffee. I decided to work the third shift tonight. English. No hablo español. Hi, Molly. How you doing? I ain't really had nothing to talk about, y'all. I just wanted maybe a cup of coffee because I finally went and bought me some more creamer. I'm just sipping on some coffee late night, chilling. I'm doing well, Molly. How you doing? I'm just sitting here sipping my coffee. Um, I think I decided to leave the light on. Yeah, I got one. I got a little chihuahua, but he hi, what's it? Miss One. How y'all doing? Y'all must was on in the bushes. Some of y'all must was in the bushes last night when I was up here. It was dark in here, and I was just chilling in the dark, talking and rambling about nothing. But then again, y'all probably knew. I was up here earlier, and I was waiting for my friend because my friend came in late during one of my lives earlier, and I really had to go, and I felt bad about leaving, so I was trying to pop back in, and we had like a 3 hour time difference between us. I was trying to see if he was up here, but I don't know. Um, I've been drinking black coffee for a few days, so it just hit different when you get you a good creamer. And because I took a late nap, I'm glad. I guess it was meant for me to take a late nap. because of all the noise in the background. Mm-mm. I'm back in 24 hours, baby. Cause ain't no, ain't nobody but a ninja over here but your mammy. Keep it cute, or you will be mute. Anyway, um, just having a little coffee, and then I took a real late nap. I guess it was the right thing to do because people around here making all this damn noise late night, and I'm glad I'm already kind of ready and able to be really ready for late night activities. Cause honey, in a minute I might be turning my music up. I don't know yet. And when I like to turn my music on, I like to have it on for at least like 4 hours. Had a whole thing rocking. Cause I'll quit. I will make you mad before you try me like that. Mm. But yeah, today was kind of rainy, which wasn't bad. Sometimes you just gotta slow down on rainy days, and just to do you. But I can honestly say it was a good Thursday. I hope everybody else had a good Thursday. Now Friday gonna be jumping because it's gonna be busy, and everybody and their mama gonna be out in them streets, and you gotta be careful outside because it ain't that much out there. Um, child, I'm glad I get this. I had this creamer tonight because it's tough living on top of a daycare center. I promise you, it is so. Let me It is too much. Like sometimes I just be like, Lord, turn it down. Just turn it off sometimes. But it still was a beautiful day. I gotta get me some more tea light candles. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do I keep saying I'm gonna do certain projects this week. I ain't pulling nothing out. I promise you, I have not been motivated to do any of the stuff that I said I was gonna do. Like low key part of me wanna go ahead and like pull my machine out because hell, they loud any damn way. Why not everybody up any damn way? You know, children hollering, babies screaming, men hollering. Child, I just had to get me a cup of coffee. I'm just thankful that in real life I ain't gotta argue with nobody. Um, I don't know what it's like. I don't know, maybe because I really just don't be taking nobody that serious. Maybe that's my problem. Take I didn't take it serious. I didn't child, that's probably my problem, child. That's it. But anyway, so for the last few weeks or whatever, well not few weeks, but at least the last few days, I have been seeing like an article, well not article, but like people reporting and talking about an increased amount of uh, HIV situations, rising. And they talked about certain areas. I remember seeing one where they talked about Oregon, the state of Oregon. And I hope there's only grown people in here. I hope. But either way, it's everything is a teachable moment. Um, and they were saying something about some mix up, cross ups, whatever. And so it was just like an increased amount of people with that thing. And I forgot how they said that people ended up with it, right? I'm like, okay, that's wow. And then I seen something else where it was another state where they were talking about high numbers and outbreaks and things of that nature. I was like, dang. Then it reminded me of a dream that I had. And I had this dream back in like 2022. And one of my old friends that I'm no longer friends with, who I haven't really talked to in a minute, I remember telling them about the dream. So I woke up and it was crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is how the dream went. It was a female friend that I know, and she was basically talking about that package. And that's what I'm going to refer to it for now on, that package. So, and before I can really finish having a conversation with her, I woke up and the dream was over. And it jolted me because, again, I see the lady that I'm talking about that I used to be friends with, but I see her in public. We're not close, anymore, whatever like that. And it was really, really odd because the last time I was around her, she was quite ill. I'm just gonna say that. But I didn't think that was going on or nothing like that. I'm not saying that's what she has or anything like that. But it just hit me because around that time, a lot of people that had been, jibbied, they started having issues, and a lot of people started having issues with their immune system. That's how it was reported, right? I don't know what that is. So I ended up having a conversation with the guy friend, and I was telling him, I was like, I had a dream, and I was telling him, the dream vividly, and I repeated everything that the lady basically had told me, and I was like, that's the only thing that kept being reiterated in that dream, that package. And he was like, well, I wish you would have been able to finish the dream. I wish, it was more details that you would be able to, share. I said, that's going to be the next, big situation that go down. And in between that time, some things happen where, whatever. But now to see the overwhelming number of people, because right before that, there was an uptick in the STD cases that people were talking about and, televising and things of that nature. And I was like, dang, you know, if things are compromised to where they have that, I'm just wondering like how far it would go. So with having that dream, it was only one person that I shared that dream with. But I don't know why it was important to share with that person. But like I said, at that time, maybe it was the person that was in my closest circle, or maybe, sometimes when you have a dream that's that alarming, sometimes you just want to kind of share it with somebody just in case, you know, I don't know. I don't, it could have, been a warning for them. I don't know. But I just shared it. And now, again, looking and hearing all this stuff, and a lot of people not even really talking about it. And I'm like, dang, they walk around here with that package like that. That's why I'm sitting up in my room drinking my coffee by myself late at nights. Yes, keeping myself company. Because that's some wild stuff there. And that's why I said ain't nothing outside. Mm-mm. I don't miss nothing about, if it ain't around anymore, I don't miss it. I'm gonna just say it like that. Um, yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta look real deep before you leap, and stay protected and vigilant. Because people will spend the block just to drop their package off. That's a message in itself. Y'all be careful out there. I'm at the house. It's just wild to actually hear it. Um, and what I did notice lately, when it's certain things that are being spoken about, a lot of it is not televised as much. And I really, in my opinion, I feel like it's done strategically because we all know the power of the media. The media, will be able to get certain thing out to the masses way for, faster. And that's no different than social media. Social media pretty much spreads the word similar, at a rapid speed. So, certain things I started to see similar to 4 years ago, but it's not televised as much as it was. However, I have seen a lot of written articles and written reports about certain things pertaining to things that happened years ago. So I say that because, you know as we continue to like use social media more, we spend less time reading the articles. Remember back in the day, you know, that I remember a lot of my elders, they stayed reading that black and white. They always read the newspaper. People found it important to have that paper hit their porch because to have it in black and white, it meant a lot. So then you transform over to uh, other generations that get all of their news just from, excuse me, social media. And I'm not, some platforms hold different weight than others, to the point of people going there just to get the information, but they're not looking over here in that newspaper. So yeah, we got to get back to reading that black and white, because one thing about that black and white, once you print it out, their data is there. Now, when you go onto these sites, depending on where you are, if they agree with what's being said, they will, leave it alone. But if they have an issue with too much information, and now it's so bad that a lot of people are losing certain platforms because they're able to legally remove it because they label it as misinformation. And that's just I guess you could say, a matter of opinion depending on what platform you are. So just imagine if you know something is right and then somebody turn around and say, okay, that's misinformation. That's why I said that black and white always trumps everything. And I never really thought about it that way until I started seeing less and less people reading about news and more people consuming news from social media. I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it can be really helpful in when people are like struggling with certain situations and they need to bring light to it. So, but then again, it could be a bad thing because it was some crazy article that they lied about this man doing something to somebody or whatever. And then they labeled it an eye for an eye. And then they made a big deal out of it and had all this. And then once I said, something told me, wait a few days to see, because the real story is going to come out. By the time real story came out, somebody had grabbed that man's picture and made this whole story up about him. But it was too late because all the previous videos had already got like over 100,000 views with a combination of different articles. I mean, different people talking about it. And I was like, dang. And it was a whole lie. But the crazy thing is, they pushed that narrative and was okay with that story, even though the story wasn't even true. So, right now, it's important to be vigilant on both as much as you can, because again, that black and white is going to be different. So I'm thankful I grew up around a lot of people that pushed and talked about what went on in the papers, because it's not even all about the front paper. It's about some of those um, things that are inside that you wouldn't see if um, again, with certain news outlets, they'll cover it very briefly and move on. That's just like if they deem it not that important, it will go away. They will talk about it in the 5 o'clock segment, and then you wouldn't even hear about it, because if you would have to be there to even know it was shown. So that's another thing about black and white. It's there. You can always take a screenshot of it. You can print it out. So I think um, that's real powerful when it comes to understanding and seeing how certain historical things are being manipulated and removed and moved around. Y'all hear that damn screaming? What time is it? It is 12:07. Anyway, this coffee good. Child, I love me a good piece of creamer. Mm. Now I'm gonna be struggling trying to go to bed. This gonna be the, y'all heard that thud? This ain't churn. I can't make it up. Wildest bunch I ever seen in my life. But yeah, child. The people out here saying they around here slinging that package, and I ain't talking about their UPS. They got it down in all parts of the world. So I'm not surprised, because I'm gonna say for the last 4 years, there has been an increased amount of people that been having, colds and different things like that. So, and more. So I'm not surprised. Um, Then I ain't even gonna talk about him. You know that man that look like a thumb. First name Joe. Last name start with a B. Child, they said he round here coughing in the middle of the summer. And you know he by 80, 89, 92 or something like that. I don't know. He up there. And generally, that's a little harder to come back from for the babies and the elderly. So one of the things I really, really love is acronation. I think I got some right here. Now I got it in the capsules, but I also have the real one um in my stash in my herbal cabinet, and that is really good for immunity. It kind of acts as if it acts like um the thing I can say about echinacea is if you take it like a couple times a day, it's really beneficial. Um, it just basically it some people use it similar to how they would use an antibiotic, similar to that. And no, I am not a physician and I'm not giving out health information. I'm just sharing what I know about and what has helped me throughout the years. And so they do have it so you can like make it as a tea, and it's really great. That's the reason why I said it's similar to the what's name. It is because it's generally recommended that you take it 7 to 10 days, like how they would tell you to take that. That's why I said that. But they got it on the loose leaf you can buy. You know, it's a regular herb like that. Came in a capsule form, but I have the actual herb, and then I pair it with some elderberry. Make yourself a nice good herbal tea on a regular basis to detox your body and cleanse your system. Try to increase your immunity as best as you can. Um, because it's July and we already know we in one of those seasons, and I ain't really into that kind of stuff. But just pay attention. I just been looking and listening, and then especially with them articles and stuff like that. Hey, baby, y'all better. I think one of my friends, it was like a few years ago, their phone used to always be going off. I'm like, what is that coming up on your phone? And they would be like, oh, that just happened. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They had news break. So that's one of the places where you will see a lot of articles, you know, that you would not generally see anywhere else. And it just make you think, you like, why I ain't see this on the tube? Why? And again, a lot of us do not. We don't like. We don't buy newspapers no more. Um, we just don't buy them. And now the people that actually print out the local newspapers, they've locked up the information to where you have to pay for a subscription to read their articles online because they have to make their money one way or another because they're not making money printing papers anymore. If anything, they was losing money because they should. And if you want to talk about the pennies and nickels that they pay the delivery drivers, child, I know all about that. But mm-hmm, yep, it's something brewing. It's in the mist. I'm just gonna say that. It's like a, you know how people kind of say like the calm before the storm. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. And either some people get it or they don't. And you just got to do whatever works for you. Child, it don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. Then romper room. I'm glad I took a late nap so I could be on the third shift with you guys. Hell, this is crazy. So, yeah, child. So yeah, I don't know. Partially, I'm kind of ready to go and pull my machine out in a way. I did find me some oh, so I made a what the hell did I make? It was like a, I mean you could call it a dashiki ish top, but it was kind of long enough to wear it like, get away with it, as a skirt. Of course, we'll put some shorts under it because I'd be in trouble if I do too much with it on. And I actually found some more of that material, and it's longer than what I just made because again, that was like a project that had been sitting around for a minute, and I finally just cut it up and put it together. And I did get somebody that said something about making a dashiki. Excuse me. And I know a lot of people they in a moo phase. And honey, I love me a good moo. So I'm looking forward to really getting into that more. And shoot, the rest of the year I might be making them. Um, the only thing is I haven't really had an opportunity to get to the fabric store that I generally go to. Like that store is the store that I love because if you know anything about going to a wholesale, like a lot of people have the opportunity to order from wholesale places. Like say for instance, it's one wholesale place that I like in particular, just getting Ankaras, and then I like their satin as well because they have really great prices and they're reliable. Like I've ordered from them and the quality of their material has not changed. Prices change, but the material stays the same. Now, going to this store, again, like I said, some people will order from a warehouse, but to be able to walk into one is a total different thing because their website, and plus, I like supporting local businesses. So it's a local business. It's about 30 minutes away from me. Might be longer in traffic depending on when I go because the traffic around here is crazy. But they have, like, sometimes I might roll up in there on a sale that I would not see if I was on the website. And also, every Wednesday, they have buy one yard, get one half off. Now, that might not mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me to be able to go in there and save money because some of this stuff is a little pricey. But, because see, sewing is a hobby in itself, but being a buyer, that's something totally different because if I'm able to go and find something that I know it's gonna be nice and it's like a custom fabric that you ain't gonna find nowhere else, I'm all here for it. And like I said, I haven't really been able to go there, which really sucks. But anyway, they do the buy one get one half off. It's like in the middle of the week, and generally when you go in there, it's like the old lady gang, no pun intended. Um, and they perusing around and they looking at me like, "What you doing in here?" And I'm like, "Girl, I'm in here trying to give me a deal. What you mean?" And when I go, it's generally like it's best to go when they open because they open at like 10:30, and I've already timed. Like if I leave here at a decent time and get there when they open the doors, I give myself maybe 30 minutes, no longer than an hour, to enjoy my coffee and walk through the store because it's one of the most peaceful things you can do is drink coffee and fabric shop. Hear me out. So, and then I gotta hurry up and make sure I get on the road before at least 11:30, 12 o'clock, because if not, I'm gonna get stuck in traffic. That's how bad the traffic is here. Like, it's a heavy military area and the store is right there by the base. So when I right, well, it's close enough to the base. So it's easy to get caught in traffic going to and fro because it's a very heavy traffic area, and plus they doing construction. It is now I can't order from them online. Um, that's an option right now. I've been really trying to hold off until they finish with the bridge because they're actually building a new bridge. And if you know anything about the 757, we got tunnels, bridges, and all of that stuff. Hey, boo. Got my sniper in the building. He done pulled up. I ain't even know he was here. But yeah, so I look forward to doing that. But I did see somebody talking about moo and I will definitely make some with what I have. And I've gone through my stash, and I'm kind of like still purging through my stash, and that's all I'm sewing for right now. So when the fall comes, I'll do something totally different. And that's another good thing to know about fabric. It's another big wholesale place that I love and I haven't been to in a long time. And I keep saying that I might actually go for my birthday to treat myself, you know, if it don't get too thick out here. Cause I am not one thing I don't want to do, I don't want to fly there because I don't want to be breathing no recycled air on no airplane. I much rather get on the road. I'll drive the 8 hours. It's worth it. And a lot of people used to be like, girl, looking at me like acting like it was just one of the craziest things in the world. But if you know, you know. It's a difference in being able to, and then it's like it's a whole vibe. It's like if you are a creative person, to be able to go into the actual warehouse, I literally like I would plan a trip, right? And I would go, and every day that I was in town, I would go back to the same store to make sure I can see everything in there. And going into there and into that place gave me the opportunity to see how much it really costs if you purchase an item right in the warehouse. If I go, well, this is how it was back then. If I go in there, that was the first time I seen, because when you order, like if you go in a craft store and I have a bulk of fabric, I'm gonna grab it right quick so I can show you the difference. Okay, so this is a regular bulk, right? I'm trying to put it in front of the camera. If you go into the warehouse, the height of this will be doubled. So for every yard you buy, the length of it will double. The first time I got an opportunity to go into an actual warehouse, it was Fine Fabrics. And that is like my all time favorite, hands down. I'm so sad that they don't have it to where you can buy it online. But I understand it and I respect it because the amount of fabric you can get, you just gotta pull up and know they the ish. That's like you gotta know for yourself. So when I pulled up to that store, not only did I learn how long, because like you go again, the one I just showed you, that's how most of the basic craft stores like Joann, um, I heard Michael's got fabric, but the Michael's over here don't have fabric. And I heard that Hobby Lobby has fabric, but we don't have any. So again, to take the time to go to certain stores is worth it because you will never know the type of money you're wasting going. No shade to JoJo. Cause like when I go in there now, I'm just looking at their stuff and I'm like, where's the fashion stuff? And they get mad with me. They like, oh yeah, here she come. She know we ain't got nothing good in here. She playing, But they never have anything that I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna buy that. I literally have to go all the way to that other store. But anyway, back to the warehouse that I was talking about. It's called Fine Fabrics, and that one is in Georgia. It is. What is it? It's off of 85. It's off of I forgot the name of the street. But I heard that they had more than one. That's the crazy thing. I only been to one of them. The one that I've been to is that might be considered Gwinnett County. I don't think that's DeKalb because it's like right off of 95. It's right. It's close to Jimmy Carter. So yeah, that would definitely be Gwinnett. But anyway, I can't even think of the name of the street. Dawson Boulevard. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's how much I love that store. And buying 1 yard, because I love a knit fabric, like a knit. Me and knits are my best friend. You know, when you are that girl, you gotta know what you can wear and what you can't wear. I just wish more people know that too. Anywho, so a little stretch. This T-shirt is a stretch knit. So I love sewing with knits, and they have back then. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I actually went inside the store. They had 1 yard. It was only $3.99 a yard. That same amount of fabric, I would pay double to triple the amount in the store that I go to. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate the store that I go to because, if you think about it, they have to make their money. They have, when they have a physical location, they have a lot of overhead charges, which I'm fine about. And then some of the fabrics that I seen when I went to find fabric and I came back, I said, I've seen this before. So they had, they probably have the same vendor or something like that. But yeah. Now, Fine Fabric had Ankara. They had everything. They had zippers for wholesale. They had everything you can imagine in that store. My first pair of scissors that I still use to this day, um, one of my old co-workers, I never forget it. Shout out to Otika. She bought me my first pair of like sharp shears, and they are huge. And they came in a case. I think I still got the case. And the thing about Fine Fabrics, they guarantee that pair of scissors. And if I'm in town long enough, generally I'll go ahead and because they'll sharpen them forever, indefinitely. And then if I'm there long enough, they'll sharpen them for me. Or sometimes they're nice enough if I tell them I'm coming from out of town and I bought the scissors from there, they'll go ahead and accommodate that. That's what I love about them. And what I used to do, I would go in September around my birthday, and I would pull up and look up, and they would have a whole like 30 to 40% off sale on all the knit fabrics and certain fabrics. So just imagine the fabric is $3.99 and they 30 and 40% off, baby. Child, I was like a fiend at the what house. I didn't know what to do when I went up in there and seen that fabric on sale. And every year I would call ahead of time to see if they was having that sale. And baby, I pulled up. I pulled up. And one of the things I had to learn, which was crazy because a lot of people be like, oh, well, you can always just order from a warehouse, and you can always. It's nothing like being able to touch your items. People will not understand it. I get it. I'm fine with it. I don't care. It's nothing like being able to go touch your fabric and know it's good quality. And then not only that, it's not bad to get out of town and have a nice trip because you get to meet a lot of different people. That was the first time I had been in a warehouse of that magnitude, and the tables was so long. They just literally just went from one end of the warehouse to the other, straight up the middle. You could literally lay like 20 yards of fabric up there and cut it. That was the type of environment they had. So if you think about it, a lot of the top fashion designers in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure goes to that place. That was the importance of me being able to find those connections when I got into sewing. Unfortunately, it's a little further than what I would be able to do on a regular basis, but I'll be going soon and I'll be able to do it a little bit more periodically here soon. It was crazy to me because I had people that I knew that was right there. And I would ask them, "Oh, can you do this? This is do do do." It was three of them. They put it off on the next person. They put it off on the next person. And that taught me a lot about, handling your personal and your business side. Um, I ain't gonna lie, for a while I was a little hurt behind it because these were the people that I thought would be really happy for me. But at the same time, they didn't understand and they didn't see my vision. I'm cool with it. Them hoes will see it real soon. But anyway, I look forward to going there again really, really soon. But like I said, it was important for me to see. And though I said I would never live down there again, um, I don't know. That would depend. It depends. It depends. Because, like I said, they have more than one store. So I haven't even had the opportunity to go to the other store. And I know that store right there off of 85 has to be, it has to be the one that everybody uses for the most part. They had everything. As a matter of fact, the guy named Rico Chappelle, I seen some of the stuff that he used to design, and I seen the same exact fabrics in that store when I went. So again, it's some things that I had to see and experience along the way, and I can't wait to go back there again. But it's different. It's a different vibe. Ooh, child, been up here for an hour. I'm gonna talk about that. I ain't gonna talk about nothing. Child, y'all, what y'all doing? Y'all just listen to me yip and yap. Hey, welcome, Miss Guava. Child, I'm just yipping and yapping, excited. I'm looking forward to eventually going back to one of my favorite fabric stores. That's a daggone shame. I'm so excited about going to the fabric store. I love that store. It's like, I don't know. It's good. It's like when you get those type of opportunities, it just gives you a different level of inspiration that you don't get always. And um those moments just being out on the road, I was able to appreciate that much. Even riding all the way down 95 for 8.5 hours. Yes. But 9 times out of 10, it'll be a turnaround trip. I'm not staying and doing nothing down there, no extra. I don't want to go out to eat. I don't want to do none of that. I just want to go get my fabric and come back. It's nothing I really want to do there. I've it's a lot of stuff that I've already done in that city. Um, Now one place I would go to is the daiquiri factory, but that's too far into the city. I don't want to go through all that. And I ain't gonna lie, I got kind of spoiled when I would go to a lot of those great places because I always had somebody that drove me there that knew where everything was and stuff like that. And I don't really feel like having to do that. So I know where the fabric store is. Like I said, it's right off. It's right off of 85. Why I keep saying that? Why I get 95 from? It's right off of 85 South. Matter of fact, exit 99, Jimmy Carter. You should be able to get there from Jimmy Carter Boulevard, Dawson Boulevard. Yes, fine fabrics. I can't wait. But yep. Other than that, child, just still up here, living up. You know, got a daycare son up under me in the late night hour. Kanan, what you doing? You ain't said a peep. I know you slid through and deleted that message. Why you giving me the silent treatment, friend? You busy working? You ain't fooling with me tonight? But I don't know. I just look forward to not having any more loud neighbors with 1,000 kids. I'm so excited about my harvest season. I've been talking about it for the longest. Yes, indeed. I did find. I think I'm gonna do like a purple and teal combination. I've been playing with a few I had a few images that I've made on Mid Journey, and then I have like some other images from a long time ago that I want to add to some of my stuff for the fall. So I'm trying to create a few designs for the fall, and I'm going to start making them available. But like I said, I am excited about going. What is this? I need my fan on. Generally, my fan is able to buffer some of the noise, but I've decided to give my fan a little break. But I might have to tap my fan back in because this is ridiculous. Sometimes no damn children be up to 4 o'clock in the morning screaming and running in the damn walls. Um, yeah, so there was one that I had seen. I thought it was cute. This was a pattern that I had made. I thought this was a cute one. I wish I had a way to and the colors are so vibrant. That's what I like about it. I might actually use that, but I would like to create a fabric with this design. This is what I would like. I think it'll be really, really neat. But yeah, that's about it. Ain't nothing major going on. I need to delete some of this stuff on my iPad. Ain't nothing major going on. I just want to get up and kick it because, like I said, I got off early. Well, I was on the live much earlier in the day, and honestly, I didn't even when I got on that one, I did not even have the intentions on staying as long as I did. I was just gonna like braid my hair back and talk right quick because I was actually headed out the door, and I ended up being up there like an hour and a half, and I was like, Lord, let me get my butt out the door. Oh shoot, I'm just deleting everything. Damn. Anyway, so I had to get my butt out the door and make some things shake. I should be trifling and turn my machine on and start sewing at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's just ridiculous. But I do got what is it, teal and purple that I came up with today. Well, not came up with today, but I found because it was some stuff that I worked on previously. And yeah. It don't make no damn sense. I'm trying to tell you, like, oh, you need my colors. I would be mad if I did that. I guess I'll sit right here for a little. Yeah, this is a teal. I need to iron them and just, I already pre-cut them. I hope I didn't cut them too small. But this reminds me of the Charlotte colors, Charlotte Hornets or whatever they call them. Because I don't even watch basketball anymore, so I couldn't even call it. Um, oh yeah, they fit good. I don't even know how big it is, but child girded. Plug my motherfucking machine up. Let me iron this fabric right quick. But I did want to point out the design. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to do all that tonight. That's too much work. See, that's what I get for drinking coffee. Now I want to get up and be productive when it's late. But honestly, I might go ahead and do it anyway. Because these folks letting their motherfucking children be up all night. And that bitch screaming like they have a motherfucking party. And if I won't live, I would have had my goddamn music on by now. Child would have had the whole motherfucking building rocking all night long. All night long. And then I play something real ratchet and trifling. Yes, I will. Something they little churn shouldn't even be listening to. Did it yesterday. Oh, I am terrible. Why am I petty like that? I guess I'm petty like that because these trifling ass heifers don't raise their children. They let their children raise themselves, and then the children be raising the parents. Mm-hmm. Ain't no motherfucking way. I wish I had some levels. I let them motherfuckers run all up and down this bitch all night long just to be loud. I ain't lying. And the moment I turn my motherfucking machine on, people get to getting mad. I would do that shit all night long. And I done had some coffee too, bitch. I go pour me another cup. And real quick, real fast. I cannot find the top to my oil. What did I do with it? I hope I did not throw that top away. I opened it up. I'm gonna have to go find another container for it because I don't want nothing to happen to my oil. Anyway, I ain't doing that. We just up here rambling, talking about nothing. Girl, I'm about ready to turn this motherfucking machine on for real. But I don't really have no plans for this fabric. I might I remember this size was the ones I kept for my headband ones. So I'm not gonna these are for my headbands. So I would have to gather these and work with them that way. Wait a minute, what's this on my thing? Hold up. There must have been something on this table. But yeah, that one got a spot on it. Ooh. This got a spot on it? No. Well, since that one got a spot, that's gonna be my sample that I make. Damn, oh, motherfucker. That's gonna be my sample. And I'm gonna move these. Cause I'm about to get off here and turn my music on. Cause these hoes think I'm a joke. And I'll leave this shit on sleep. I need my top. I have no idea. I hope I did not throw that top away. I really think I did. I think I'm gonna pop up on my other channel and do some what's the name? That's what I think I'm gonna do. Since I'm up and I probably ain't going to sleep no time soon, I might as well go over there and make me some videos right quick. But it was nice chit chatting with you guys. Thank you for liking and showing love and pulling up and listening to y'all hear that shit. I'm about to go turn my music on. Y'all have a good night. Cause I'm about to get it rocking in here. Cause if I'm gonna be up, we all gonna be up till the motherfucking sun come up. Y'all be good.